Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformer Studio Series 86 Leader Class Swoop. You can see him there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put him off the side real quick. And yes, the box you can see there, Swoop is Pterodactyl mode right there, 8626 Transformers, and Swoop's name right there, and 8+ Hasbro and Transformers the movie, and Takara Tomy and Generations all right there. Transformers the movie logo right there. You got Swoop, close-up Leader Class right there. On this side you have, once again, Swoop with authentic Transformers thing. On the bottom you have what's included in the box and the barcode and whatnot. And on the back you have, hey, some product shots, copyrights, warnings, and hey, Swoop and the Dinobots drop in to destroy Devastator. Also inside the box you have, well, backdrop of, it will come out of the box, there we go, Autobot City, being, Autobot City really taking a pounding. And of course you can put, Swoop on there, however you want to display them, and there you go. Also comes with instructions, which are pretty straightforward because, well, he's actually really easy as a figure to transform. So, yep, Swoop. Finally, he's here for you, the last member of the Dinobot crew. And yes, you can see getting close on his head and whatnot. You can see, yeah, he's got a silver face. He's got a bit of a chin there, the blue eyes, and a big old red crest on his face. But the blue, this one is, of course, the blue chest. Maybe there'll probably be a red chest down the line with a little bit of red vents there. You got the gold pterodactyl beak chest there. You got the gray going down. You got some gold on the thighs and the little kneecap feet. Some black and gray down there. You got a bit of red on the sides and everything. A bit of blue back there, honestly. You can see some silver on the wings, which is nice. And yeah, backpack is pretty much mostly just the wings. And yeah, there's a lot of bits right there. But yeah, that's pretty much him as a whole. Swoop here is very nice overall. Yeah, this is the final one, and he was worth the wait. He is, again, Swoop keeps managing to be some of the best of the Dinobots we get, which is real nice. So yeah, so because it does come with a couple of accessories. Because with these two guns, which actually you have to, put together yourself, but not too difficult. It's just a peg and hole. Just pop those in. You can of course hold these if you want. They have pegs, and have pegs, so you can hold them as guns if you want, like so. So there's that. You can do what most people do, which is put them on the wings and just kind of peg them on right there and right there. You can see they go on real easy, and there you go. And he also comes with two swords, one of which is his classic G1 design. Well, the other one's actually Grimlock's sword. That's Grimlock's sword. So yeah, if you want, you put this in his hand, like that, and you can have him hold Grimlock's sword if you want. But we'll put Grimlock's sword where it rightfully goes in a bit. But yeah, you can have them dual wielding, and yeah, if you want to store them, right here, there's peg holes in the back, so you can just peg them in. There's those pegs, and yeah, it's pretty straightforward to store the swords as well. And there you go. Pretty straightforward. That's his accessories. Not much else, but he is a good solid robot overall. But yeah, articulation wise, he does have a ball jointed head, so you got left and right, up and down. He's got lots of waggle. Works pretty well, and it all locks in pretty well, so you don't have to worry about this coming up on you accidentally, because of the way it works. Of course, you got shoulders, which you got forward and back. They do have full rotation, although the wings get in the way of that. But you got outward right there. You do have a bicep swivel right there. Elbows go about 90 degrees. Fists are on swivels. Right there, you got wrist swivels right there. The wings, of course, you can see the flap right there if you want. You could also, if you really want to, also extend out the wings either to there or even to there. With this and tab that in, you can have the wings doing all that if you want, or just, leave them collapse like you're supposed to, like that. There you go. Down here at the waist, you do have a waist swivel. It only goes, so far because of the beak, but, I think that's enough for most decent poses right there. Yep, and of course you do have hips. They're actually on ratchets, so you got that far forward and this far back. Hold on, this far back. There we go. I was going to say it should go further back. Outward, you do have that much full splits. You do have a thigh swivel. Knees are double jointed, so you do have the full range right there. Of course, sometimes because of the way they work, sometimes it's a little bit of a pain to get these all nice and lined up. I sometimes wish there was something to kind of at least somewhat lock the dinosaur or pterodactyl feet in, but there doesn't seem to be. So that's a little unfortunate in my opinion. And down here at the feet, you do have something weird going on right there. You have ankle tilts, which go about 90 degrees right there. And the toe can go down if you want, and the heel can also go down. And there's also peg holes on the bottom of the feet, if that's useful for anything. So there you go. That is Swoop's articulation. And yeah, overall, Swoop here is very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Really, I like him a lot as it stands. Now, for some comparisons, here he is with Earthrise Optimus, and yeah, his days are kind of numbered for showing up on the channel. Is that? Here's with Power of the Prime Swoop. Yeah, the deluxe class, and yeah, you can see very big difference there. Although he wound up kind of in the end being kind of one of the best of the Power of the Prime's Dinobots, and I think he's leaning back a little bit. So you got that. And of course, we got to bring him in, you know, the rest of the 86 Dinobots. So here's I'm gonna have to bring him back a bit. Here's Grimlock. Here's Slug. I'm gonna move him back even further. They're big. They are very big. Oh, hey, Slug, don't do that. Sludge. Just a little bit more room. Just a little bit more room. Okay, and finally, here's Snarl. And of course, yep. Oh, his horn just came off. There's the Dinobots. And of course, Grimlock's sword could go into, well, Grimlock's hand. I can knock over Slug again. So there you go. There's the full team. Looking good. And yeah, I am quite pleased with all that. That is, how much is that? That's $275 worth of plastic right there. But they look great. Yeah, that's Swoop's robot mode. So we're gonna go ahead and get him into. We're gonna go ahead and get him into dinosaur mode, which is, well, even by the Dinobot standard, is really simple. So yeah, first take the sword out of his hand. Good news is you don't have to remove the guns here. They can stay on the entire time. So I'm just gonna leave them there. Yeah, take the hands here. You want to take those and fold those into the forearms like that. And although also for mine, they click in really solid. So getting them back out from going back from Dino mode to robot mode, pain in the butt sometimes. They do not want to come out sometimes. At least initially, they're kind of starting to break in a bit. But yeah, they're kind of sometimes tough to get out. But anyway, rotate those in like so, like that. And just kind of keep the arms straightened down like that. Right here, what you want to do is you want to take this piece right here on the dinosaur or pterodactyl head, untab it, fold it down, untab the head from the torso like this, bring it forward like that, and then tab this in right there. I'll tab into the head and lock that into place. You want to hold again, bring this up right there and bring it up, and then take the torso and you want to move it out like that, and then this will let you bring the head up all the way, and take this piece and fold this down like that, and just kind of bring it up like more or less like that, kind of somewhat in that position. Then you want to take the torso pieces right here and fold them inward. You can see right there. You can fold those inward and fold inward and they tab together. And oh yeah, big tip also when you're going back to robot mode, to untab those, you don't just pull them apart. You want to kind of split them like at an angle, kind of like that. It's a little easier overall, somewhat. It's supposed to work anyway. It's Yeah, see, it just works a little easier if you do it like that, going backwards. So yeah, so you got that. Now take the arms here. They're going to tab in. There's a tab here and a slot here. There's a slot here and a tab here. You just kind of tab that in right there, like so. And same thing on this side, like so. This is not a secure connection in the slightest, by the way. So be prepared for the arms coming off a lot. So you got all that. You of course take the wings here. You unfold that at this hinge right there. You bring it out of this right here. There's a tab here which goes in that slot right there. And then do the same thing on this side. Bring it out right there. And bring it around and tab it in right there, like so. So you can see the wings are at a slightly upraised angle. Yeah, what you want to do there is you just kind of raise them up like that. See, there's a dedicated joint, which that's something I was going to thought about bringing up posability wise, but like it's nigh useless in robot mode because it's kind of a backwards butterfly. But there you go. Down here at the feet, what you want to do is take these and fold those up and then bring the foot up and it'll click into place very softly. Fold that up, bring it up, it'll kind of click into place very softly. Then you bring the legs around on the knee joints. And there's a slot here, which will go over this big old weird tab right here. See that? Yeah, just kind of bring that up and over like that. And same thing on this side again, that slot, that big old weird tab thing. Let's bring it up like that, like so. And officially, yeah, and if you're, and make sure to get this all straightened out. There we go. Like that. Yeah, I kind of want this kind of sinking in a little bit, but yeah, there's a kind of a click point for the neck joint and everything. Yeah, officially you're supposed to then kind of, take the feet and move them back like that so you can be flying, but so I can, do this properly for having them sit down and everything on the table, or stand on the table, I should say. I'm going to do things slightly differently. Namely, I'm going to go ahead and bring these feet forward like this. Like that, and then right here there's this joint right here. Use that and bring it forward like there, and there you go. Now you're standing, and there you go. Oh yeah, fixing those a little bit. There you go. So there you go. There's a Swoop in his pterodactyl mode. Yeah, so Swoop in his alt mode here. Yeah, you can see it's a very G1 alt mode, very much a box for torso, basically one weird box. Oddly enough, weird. I can't seem to get this. Something's weirdly misaligned about this arm. You can see it's the bicep swivels slightly out. I don't know what it is, but something's weirdly misaligned about it. I have no idea why it does that, but it does, and there's not too much I can do about it. But regardless, yeah, you can see he's standing there like this. He can stand like that. He's got his backpack as he's supposed to, which may be a little further back than it used to be, but I'm not sure. I don't have a G1 suit, and most people don't. But it looks like a Swoop, all right. And he's standing there. He's thankfully because of the way he transforms and everything, he stands pretty darn well. But yeah, of course, the flying pose, you have the feet like this and the head up like this, and it has to click into place and everything, but. There you go. To make sure, yeah, again, like I said, that's one big drawback I would say is just simply the arms untab from the wings really easily. They don't lock in super easy, or at least not on mine. But yeah, that's Swoop as a whole in his alt mode, and yeah, a couple things you can do. Which yeah, you can take the swords, both of them, if you want. There's peg holes on either side of this, So if you have both swords, you can just kind of peg them on however you want, like that, if you like. As for blast effect stuff, there's a couple things. I'm not sure, is this blast effect? That's definitely not. I was wondering, maybe no, but there's little booster things and whatnot right there, which is pretty neat. But blast effect, there is a thing right there inside his mouth. You can just take a tip blast effect and so bah, right there. So you can do that. There you go. Yeah, and of course, there's also a missile molded in there, kind of somewhat. I mean, it's hollow, but hey, there's something there. But yeah, as a whole, articulation-wise, you got that. You can see there that the jaw can open pretty far, actually. The head, you can right here, you have this joint right here for the neck. There's also this joint right here, clicks into place and whatnot. So you have a bit of range there. You can actually go that far back if you want. So you got a bit of range there. The wings, of course, can flap, although again, those come untabbed. You can flap a little bit right here. They'll untab from the arms, but you can get a bit flapping right there if you want. You have this joint right here. It's double hinge, so you have a lot of range there. You do have, I don't know, this. I'm not sure how the whole that's going to be helpful for anything, but you do have this. And oh dear, I just scraped off some silver paint because there's a blotch I thought was a. Well, that was my fault, somewhat. There's a blotch right there. Now I just scraped off some silver paint, so great. Just now. That's annoying. Yeah, I guess you can do this with the wings. Apparently it's mistransformed like that. If you want to do that, if you want to do it with the wings, you can do that, but I prefer it like this. As for the feet, yeah, you pretty much have that joint, and that's it. And yeah, that's the entirety of Swoop. Transformation, articulation-wise in this mode, so yeah. Yeah, the only real drawback here is that the arm's not tabbing in super well, but yeah, it's for some comparisons here real quick. Here's Power of the Primes, Swoop. Very similar transformations, actually. So there's that. And now for the big one. I'm not going to compare to Optimus because you don't need to see a truck compared to this. But yeah, going to put them back here because yeah, it's there's going to be a lot of dinosaurs and they're all big and yeah. So first off, here's putting in Grimlock, who I just knocked up alignment a little bit. There's Grimlock. Going to put him way over here. Your Slug. Your Sludge. And here is Snarl. Yeah. That is the Dinobot, the Studio Series Dinobots. And they look fantastic. And yeah, one last thing before I kind of point out, I want to point out there is a Time Machine stage port right there. So if you have a flight stand, that has that sort of peg size, you can use it for him and get some flying poses and everything. So anyway, beyond that, that is pretty much the entirety of Swoop. Yes, a nice little end cap to the saga of the Studio Series Dinobots. He is very nice and he's very good. A lot of people were suspecting he was going to be a Voyager, but no, he turned out to be a leader in the end after all. And yeah, he's got a very simple transformation, but that's fine. He's a fairly solid figure overall, and he's pretty big, and he goes well with the other Dinobots. He's great. He's one of the greater, I think. And again, recency bias is a thing, but I feel like Swoop once again. He did it with the core class ones with the combiner and everything. He did it even in Power of the Primes. He just consistently seems to be one of the better ones they do. They always save him for last, and they always put all the most dedication to doing him right, I guess. So yeah, Swoop. Yeah, he's pretty darn good overall. He's got pretty good articulation. Robot mode looks fantastic as well. The transformation, again, like I said, is very, very simple, but that works in his favor, I think. The Pterodactyl mode is very G1, for better or for worse. It is incredibly G1 to the point of being a boxy torso thing, which, whether or not that's okay with you, I guess depends whether or not that's what you're looking for. What was the other thing I was thinking of? Oh, yeah, it comes with that sort of Grimlock, but that's pretty neat. But yeah, of course, there's that thing is that some people are very much going to want the red torso Swoop, which I don't doubt that's going to come in some way, shape, or form in the future. As for how it's going to come, I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, you might want to wait for that one, but you might also want to just jump on this one. No doubt there will be someone who will be willing to, buy a blue Swoop off of you instead of, for your red Swoop or for a red Swoop or I don't know, but yeah. He's very much worth the $55 later price point to feel. He's a good, solid, chunky robot, and he works. The only thing on mine was both. The only thing I don't like is the arms don't tab in super well for the alt mode, and on mine there was apparently a paint blemish when I tried to. I thought it was like gunk, and I tried to scrape it off, and that's brought the paint off. So that's fun. But yeah. I suggest picking them up, especially if you already have the other 4 already. That's just kind of complete the set, duh. So, yeah, that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media. It's down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.